What's happening?
Hey, yo, miss, tell them who you are, man. Tell them who you are, fam.
Missin Lync, Linktricity, Link Jaffy Joffa, LL Cool Link.
The one and only.
Westside. We'll say it's a pleasure and an honour to be here. Gracey May, Rod Rance, and of course Jay Crims. I'm looking forward to this. Thank you for having me down.
You know what I'm saying, fam? Like, a man's thinking, Link Jaffy Joffa, I feel that one still.
It's the best, good one,
I remember I saw the Twitter IG,
so,
man, I had the coat. Like,
I know.
Nah, you had to, man. What you saying, though? What you been up to, man? I see you been up to bare stuff lately.
You know what? January's been kind of quiet. It's been good. I've had a bit of a time off, you know, because last year was so hectic. We ended the year.
Tours and stuff.
Yeah, so I've had just been chilling, but back to work this weekend, back to the grind, you know. So
well, anyway, for people who don't know who Link is, like, tell them. Like,
okay,
tell them.
Yeah, my name is Missin Lync. I'm an international host. I work currently right now with DJ Nathan Dorr. We tour all over the country and all over the world, and basically we bring the vibes.
Shout out to Nathan.
Yeah, what up, Nath?
Yeah,
I know he's listening anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I'm still to come to one of the shows, fam. You know,
we have to soon because we're trying to book you. We're trying to get our piece right so we can book Jay.
You know what it is,
Crimzaloni, so he can come down and do his thing.
Crimzaloni, I love that.
Man, yeah, bruv, this guy come up bare names, fam.
I love it.
Crimo, remember when the drop, fam? I said Crimzo. I was like, rah, fam. Let's give him more names than me.
No, I like it.
Your one's coming soon, bro.
I was about to say I'm waiting for my
I know, it's because the first time we're meeting, so.
No, get comfortable, bro. Get comfortable.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
But hopefully before the interview ends, I'll have a name for you.
Okay, cool. I'm waiting.
Even though, let me just say, I listen to the show every week, but go and explain. I'm a supporter, you know me. Yeah, go on.
I'm actually gassed. I'm actually so excited.
Keep it in the house, fam.
So, okay, gossip of the day. It is what it says on the tin, right?
I just deeped it like right.
Like,
you have to speak for yourself.
Yeah, but it rhymes, which is why it's cool.
You need to say it though. Gossip
of the day with Gracey May. I don't like the fact that you try to imitate my voice with a high pitchedness.
No, I have to though.
I sound 12. I know it's fine. It's actually very fine.
If I don't do it like that, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, no, I appreciate it. Crimzalini.
Hey, listen, co-sign that, fam. Co-sign with Missin Lync. Come on.
Mayweather's coming.
Love it. Okay, no,
Gracey Mayweather.
So let's start with a bit of trivia. How many countries are there in Africa? Do you guys know?
32.
Who said what? I heard something in the background. Did someone say 32?
He said 52.
52. Anybody else?
I said 50.
I said
50. Come on.
52 sound like America. The States.
Yeah.
Tripping ones.
There's 52 weeks in a year. Anyone else?
You should know this, innit? But go on.
I like
54 countries.
Hey, that's calm.
Yeah, you were close. I think I can name about 45. Anyway, you know what? Don't test me. But you guys remember that a couple weeks ago, Mr. Trump himself, yes, the American president, decided to call Africa. Forget that it's a continent, but he decided to call Africa as a whole poo holes. You know, I had to censor myself.
What?
Boo.
Poo holes.
Yeah. Poo holes.
Yeah, he called Africa poo.
Is that what you actually said? Poo holes, or are you censoring?
No,
I'm censoring. Look.
Oh, cool.
Ofcom cannot come for us, okay? He used the S word. He called us poo holes. So this week he had a Senate hearing, and everybody decided to come through with the kente. Did you guys see the picture? There were about 50 different politicians wearing kente scarves, really doing it for the culture. So today, my question is, you know, with Black Panther really giving us like pride, Afro pride, and everyone's really doing bits and bobs, what do we think? Is it okay for the president, the leader of the free world, to be going around using slanderous claims like that? Let me know what you think.
What do you think, man?
And obviously you can't, you know what I mean? But the thing is, Trump is a joke. Like, Trump is, I don't want to get political, Trump is so bad, he makes Bush look good. Like,
wow.
You know
it's true, yeah.
And like, obviously you can't, you know, this is the leader of the free world. You can't be using language like that, even if that's what you think. You can't say it, so clearly.
Let's rewind, Jay. Do you remember when Kanye West went on live TV and said Bush hates black people? We don't have to make a big deal out of it because Trump has said it himself with his own mouth. If he calls the whole continent of Africa poo holes, then of course.
Listen, this Trump guy,
joke.
I still can't believe
Don't believe it.
You know when I was going for, all of that, I was not
Hillary.
This guy can't win.
Hillary, yeah,
Hillary's gonna win that, and this is all for promo.
Nah.
And then I was like, bro, like this guy's the president, fam. This guy's president of America, jumping on Twitter, talking bags, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, Jay-Z this week as well.
I was like,
he's done a lot. Okay, but my question is, so popular black African African Nigerian superstar actually came out and said, yeah, he agrees that Africa is a poo hole.
Who said that? Who?
I don't want to name names right now because he went on Twitter and said, actually, I didn't say it, but he said, we don't have national health care, we don't have schooling systems, we don't have X, Y, and Z. So Trump has a point. Agree or disagree?
Has a guy even been there though?
No, this is a Nigerian star that is saying.
Who said that? Yeah, you have to call names. Nah, okay, you have to call names.
Actually, political.
This guy's triggered me, bro.
Don't worry. Afterwards, I'll show you. But do you agree? We don't have free healthcare. We don't have free schooling. The police is corrupt. The government is corrupt.
But who really has free healthcare though? I swear it's only the.
Yeah, we pay taxes, so it gets paid somehow. But I'm asking you, is he right?
He's not right, man.
He's not right. I mean, the infrastructure for many African countries may not be up to the standard of the Western civilization, but to label the whole continent, because if we want to get deep with it, gold comes from Africa.
You know what I'm saying?
Diamonds,
cocoa comes
oil.
from all this, So Trump, we all know Trump. Anything Trump says shouldn't even be believed.
No, but what do you think about what the pop star says?
No, do you know the pop star has a point, because the infrastructure, because I've lived in Africa, the infrastructure is not the best it can be, but I wouldn't use that to say that the whole thing is, because there's good things and bad things around.
There's places in Africa that look lit, exactly.
Morocco,
Ghana's lit.
So are you really trying to rep? Is someone trying to rep their country?
Ghana's lit.
Well, today, guys, I'm Nigerian, so.
My friend Ghana's little.
Yeah, man. I can't lie.
Listen, I've been too gassed to this interview, bro. I've been too gassed because I feel like, there's a lot of things that you don't know that I'm going to tell you about.
Oh.
Yeah. It's all good. There's a lot of things that, like, you affected my life in such a way that you don't realize, isn't it? And I've never told you in person, but you're gonna know today. But first of all, so like you said, you're an international host, all them things there. I'm curious because I know how I started. How did you start?
Oh. Okay, I'll give you the short version. It's kind of by accident, to be honest. I used to work for a record label, East West Records, which is now Atlantic Records, basically called East West Records. I used to work in club promotions, and my job was to go to like various clubs. This was before the internet was mad crazy. I'm gonna show my age now. This is before everything was done online. So where you'd physically have to go to the clubs and give DJs like promo albums, promo CDs, and I went to a club called Bar Rumba, Shaftesbury Avenue. I don't know if you know it.
Sounds familiar.
Shaftesbury Avenue. Matt White was playing there. There's a night called Gus will know all this stuff. I know Gus is listening, so he knows this stuff. A night there called Bubbling Over. Literally gonna give music to the DJ. My friend Mr. Blue, who was the MC, he literally gave me the mic and told me to put the mic down. And me being a little bit tipsy at the time, I just went you into the mic. Matt White. And if you know who Matt White is, big time DJ, he looked at me and I thought I did a mistake. And he said, I like your voice, keep on hosting. I was like, mate, I'm not a host, I'm here from the record label, just to give records. So long story short again, from there basically, I stumbled upon it by accident. Yeah, so thank you to Matt White, Mr. Blue and all the crew at Bubbling Over.
Okay, cool. And what would you say you like the most about hosting?
The most about hosting is, it's a job, but it's not a regular job, it's different, You're not always, different city, different show, different people. That's what I like about the different, what's the word? The
variety.
It's not repetitive.
Yeah, that's the word. Sorry. Yes, that's it. See,
Right, see,
you guys,
And what do you like least about hosting?
I was saying this to Lou earlier. It's the traveling.
Yeah.
It may seem glamorous, but like when you're waiting around in airports waiting for connecting flights and eating bad food and not getting enough sleep. That's probably, it's not the worst thing because, there's many other jobs out there which is worse, but in terms of hosting, and probably drunk people coming up to you in the club requesting songs, that kind of stuff, so it all goes with the job, it's the perks of the job, I guess.
Cool. So obviously you've done a lot of events, obviously, because I met you back in Cambridge and you was hosting Switch back in Cambridge. Obviously that's where we met, innit? So for those of you guys that don't go, let's go into some nostalgia right now. You zimmy.
Let's do it.
So I met Lync back in must have been 2013, 2012, something like that.
I'm rubbish with dates, so I'll take your word for it.
Back when I was in Cambridge in uni, innit? And he was hosting for an event called Switch, which is obviously to this day still East Anglia's biggest urban event. And obviously, I was just going as a regular punter, innit? Just obviously just paying my entry fee, going, trying to catch a wine, hopefully try to secure a little thing by the end of the night, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Typical run runs.
So that's what I was getting down, isn't it? And Link was hosting it. Then I started working for Switch because I just loved the vibe, innit? And many of my memories of Link was whenever Afrobeats comes on, doesn't matter where I'm in the club, in the toilet, out for a cigarette, like anywhere, I just hear my name being called out on the mic, like, yo, where's one? And the moment I get on that stage, he won't let me leave. Like, he fully won't let me leave. I'm thirsty, he won't let me leave. I need to wee, he won't let me leave.
It was that vibe. Like, Rod, like again, people that don't know, like Rod Rance and even Jay Crims, like these guys, like I've known them since, you know, like they came up in the game, always been humble guys, always loved the music, not just Afrobeats, they love all types of music and they're multi-talented. So to see even these guys doing what they're doing now is beautiful, and stuff like you're saying with like Switch and that. I knew that when Afrobeats came on, you know, you was probably one of the few people in there that knew about it.
Yeah.
So I'd call you because I know your vibe would give me energy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all love. And plus, you know, African brother, so I have to represent the team. Get me?
Of course, man.
So obviously from then, you've probably done a lot of events before then, but I didn't know you before Switch, so I wouldn't have known what you've done before Switch. But then after Switch, I've seen all the madnesses you've done. You've done some festival, like some is it the Holy Festival with bare colours in that?
Holy Colour Festival.
Yeah, you did that. That looked mad.
Mate,
you done the O2 with Nathan Dawe.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's, like I said before, you met me at Switch. You know, I've got a long history in the game. Like I said, I work for record labels. I used to work for DJ Steve Smooth Sutherland. Those of you that may not know him, or that do know him. But in the new era, now the guy that's giving me life right now is my homie Nathan Dawe, because you know he's just everywhere. So I'm blessed enough to be able to roll around with him and do all the amazing shows. Like last year and the year before that was just non-stop roller coaster. You know, like I can say this proudly that last year he was like the most busiest, or we was the most busiest DJ duo
I see that.
in the country.
I see that.
So,
Dubai.
can I round of applause for that? What up, Dave? What up, George?
I see you was in Dubai, you was in all the holiday destinations. You guys were literally, I don't know how, you was managing to be abroad everywhere and then all over the UK at the same time.
Yeah, that's
how was that raw? Like, you guys are catching
good management and booking agencies.
Flights. Like, I remember my birthday, I got turned with you guys in Faces in Gants Hill.
Yeah, you was let's not even talk about that. I like your reaction. See, that's why you love for your brother. Your brother saved you. He helped you that night. Brotherly love.
Okay, so quickly, it was my birthday, innit?
We'll talk offline about that, but he was basically talking about finished upon finish.
Wow.
I died and came back to life.
Wow.
But
literally died and came back to life.
To this day, I don't remember what happened.
What? Nah. Please tell me you've got like photo evidence, some videos.
Of course.
I need to see you run like this.
But yeah, so I remember we got turned then, and then the next day I'm seeing you at airport waiting for a flight somewhere. I'm like, wow, like this time I'm still trying to come back to life. Like, I'm still like feeling my liver. Like.
Yeah, that's the again, you know, I can't take all the credit for it. You know, Nathan's doing amazing things out there, so we're just constantly working. So we'll be in the club. We'll finish the club 3 o'clock and then just drive straight to an airport and be at another airport. It's just working, you know. It's just. So
out of all the events and clubs and festivals and everything you've done so far, what would you say is your favourite event you've done?
We were talking about it earlier. Do you know what? Like again, bruv, it's been so many. So I get real enjoyment by seeing the crowd have enjoyment. So I would say all of them. You know, some have been better. Obviously, when you do a festival, that's amazing. Clubs are amazing. You know, but you know, again, it's all about my job. You know, people might not be on this, because people might think a host is, what is a host? Like, I'm the guy, like, that helps the DJ, I motivate the crowd, My job is not to rap, my job is not to, just to help what the DJ's doing, and, just to ad-lib the DJ if anything. So, if the crowd are having a good time, I'm having a good time.
Okay. Yeah. But then that doesn't really answer my question, bro.
And I was trying to be political.
That'll work with you, bro.
Probably Ibiza, Ushuaia.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Tiny Temp, Disturbing Ibiza.
That
was amazing, bro. Like, that was just to, and even that, the show was amazing. I'm talking about, like, the after party and to be able to just be around all these people and, network and just party and have a good time.
Any madnesses?
Oh, yeah, but, that's definitely for off air.
Off air,
You say that, but it's the Afro Nation show. Like, nothing's really off air. Okay, cool.
My stuff is.
Shut that
down.
Alright, cool. So what would you say has been your least favourite event to do then?
Oof. I don't want to blow nobody out there.
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
been a few. There's a few last year.
Okay.
You know what?
So let's reword that.
Go on.
What would you say is the most annoying or the least favorite thing to happen?
Yeah.
In terms of at your event. So what annoys you when you're at an event, or what don't you like to happen when you're doing an event? Or
let's say if the crowd are not getting lit or turned up as they should be, because you go to some events where the clubs, you know, I can name many clubs, but I'm not going to do it because where the crowd, you just want to stand around and look cool. But you get that, you know, some places, you know, I love doing unions, student unions, because they're up for it. Especially Freshers is the best. Last year Freshers tour was amazing. Freshers always the best. The more bougie the club, the more bougie the people.
Yeah.
So, and me, I'm a turn up guy. I don't like to stand up in the club. You know how I work.
Trust me.
I'm a jump around. So if you're not jumping around the same way I'm jumping around.
Exactly.
So when I see you, Crims, we're always chopping it up. We're always talking.
100.
You know, when I see, you know me, I'm the type of person I am. I always like to give motivation, because this game it's a young man's sport, and I never thought I'd be the older guy in it now. So when I see the younger guys, it's always good to give, impart some wisdom. Tell them,
of course,
do it like this, and even like me and Nathan, we talk all the time. And just you know, ways to, you know, you still sharpen steel. So it's help a man, if you know, critique a man, support a man. Like I support those who support me.
Okay.
That's what Heat Rock is. That's the gang.
I remember.
So like you two especially, and now you, Grace, like you can just tweet anything. I don't even have to see where it is. I'll just retweet it regardless. Like just because that's what we don't, you know, not enough of us do it. So I'm the type of person where I'll be scrolling my timeline. If someone's got a retweet, I'll just retweet it. I might not even agree with the thing. Just because to show that you got a retweet and it's a support thing. Because we have to support each other, because there's many people that look, and your own friends will see your stuff and scroll by it, you know? So my thing is, you know, like I said, still sharp and still. We support those who support us. That's the mantra I live by.
Jeez. And I've never said this in public or to you yourself, but I want to say a massive thank you for sort of getting me to do it, because if it weren't for you, big man thing, I would have never ever thought of doing that. And then since then, you've always sort of given me advice and sort of told me what to do or help me out, or just sort of, I see you like my mentor.
Appreciate
like my mentor, the person I look up to sort of get to a level. There's even certain things that I copy your style of hosting. I'll be real. You know at the end of every event when you're like, you ain't gotta go home, you gotta get the hell out of here. I say that as well, you know.
I didn't originate it. Again, that came from someone else. Like with this thing, there's nothing new under the sun. You know, we're all just taking things and remixing it and like I was saying to Gus earlier. A lot of the stuff I do is from the old hip hop era, like Brucey B, Kid Capri times, but these young kids don't know it.
See, I have no idea.
Put my own twist to it.
I have no idea.
So that phrase is, you don't have to go home, you have to get there. That is from back in the day. So, you know, tradition carries on tradition. I appreciate it. You know what I mean?
So there's that one. There's a couple more that I use as well. What else do I
use them, bruv. Use them.
The oli.
That was never. That one is traditional.
That was a great one. And then I remember as well my first gig. He knew I was nervous. I remember the first advice you gave me was, go at home, jump on YouTube and watch Fat Man Scoop videos. And that's what I've done. So everyone that's listening up now, Link is the reason why you guys now have Rod Rants. Because if it weren't for Link, there'll be no Rod Rants. If there's no Rod Rants, I'll be real. I mean, Gracey and Jay are amazing, but let's be honest, there'll be no Afro Nation show.
Right.
No, you know, that's real talk, because like you said, me and you was co-presenters for DJ Push here.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful that you've got a radio show now and you invite me on as your guest. Like I was saying to Lou on the way here, like I'm honoured, and you know, that's why I'm, you know me, bro. When I'm not on the road, I'm in my yard. I don't come out for nothing unless money's being made. But for you guys to bring me down here, like to see the progression and you guys to be doing your thing. Again, I met Rod in the club, like a normal guy met in the club. Now he's doing this, like, and it's, you know, you may not know, but it's also inspiring for me, because it makes me think, you know, don't slack, because if I do slack, he's gonna take all my bookings.
I don't know about that one, but you know.